The Studio Museum in Harlem and the Museum of Modern Art have partnered to create one of the most distinctive fellowship programs in the arts. That is 2 years, two world class institutions, a real salary, housing support, and a research travel stipend. Hello, my name is Zia. I'm a nonprofit professional who loves finding cool opportunities for recent grads, mid career nonprofit professionals, advanced career, early career, everybody. I just love finding really cool opportunities in my free time and sharing them. Today, we're breaking down two open fellowship positions and everything you need to know before you apply. Let's start with the big picture because this program is a really fun one. This is the fifth museum fellowship collaboration between the Studio Museum in Harlem and MoMA. The concept is simple but powerful. You spend your first year at one institution, then rotate to the partner institution for your second year. 2 years total. Two completely different environments, distinct missions, yet one cohesive professional development experience. And I want to emphasize this is not an internship. This is a paid 2 year fellowship with a salary of $43,680 per year, full medical and dental coverage, paid vacation, and a $2,500 research travel stipend at the midpoint, with an additional $5,000 housing allowance per year. That last detail matters a lot in New York City because, if we're being honest, $43,000 and some change is not a livable wage in the city. But with roommates, it is sustainable. The fellowship begins September 14th, 2026, and runs through August 25th, 2028. It's a full time on site commitment, 5 days a week at museum locations in New York City. If you're ready to commit to 2 years of serious professional growth inside two of the most important art institutions in the country, keep watching. The Studio Museum in Harlem has been one of the most significant cultural institutions dedicated to Black artists and artists of African descent for decades. It's a living hub for Black artistic practice, scholarship, community engagement, with a permanent collection, a legendary artist in residence program, and a mission that is actively reshaping how the museum world thinks about whose stories get told. And then you have MoMA, or the Museum of Modern Art. It holds one of the most celebrated collections in the world, spanning painting, sculpture, film, photography, design, and architecture, with over 200,000 works. These two institutions operate at different scales with different missions, and that is exactly the point. Spending a year inside each of them gives you a perspective on museum work that you simply cannot get anywhere else. Now, let's talk about the curatorial fellowship first, because if you're in art history, curatorial studies, visual culture, or Africana studies, this one is going to feel like it was written for you. Four curatorial fellows will be selected for this cohort under the direction of curatorial staff at each institution. You'll be doing the kind of work that forms the foundation of the curatorial career, such as collection management, archives, acquisitions, loans, exhibition research, catalog production, and administration, which is super cool. At the Studio Museum, you'll be working directly with the curatorial team on exhibitions and permanent collection projects. And at MoMA, you will be placed either in the Department of Drawings and Prints or the Department of Media and Performance. The ideal candidate for this fellowship is someone who is curious, detail oriented, and comfortable with the full range of curatorial work, not just the glamorous exhibition side. You need strong written communication skills and the ability to manage multiple projects at once without losing the thread. A BA or graduate degree is required, ideally with a concentration in art history, curatorial studies, Africana studies, visual culture, or a related field. Previous involvement in an arts community or institution is a plus, but if you don't have that, they specifically invite you to write about your desire and specific interests in museums instead. Now, for the second fellowship, It's for a different kind of arts professional. Two public program fellows will be selected. The fellowship is for people who love being at the intersection of art, community, and live experience. At MoMA, you'll be embedded in the public engagement team, which sits under the Department of Learning and Engagement. Your work there spans the full life cycle of public programming, researching, developing, producing, evaluating adult public program and events. So you'll be conducting outreach to cultural partners and brainstorming audience development strategies. At the Studio Museum, you'll be part of the public programs team, designing community engagement opportunities for adult audiences. Think artist talks, hands on art making workshops, film screenings, book clubs, panel discussions, so on and so on. So you're not just executing someone else's vision, you're in the room where these programs get built. What they're looking for in this role is someone nimble and creative, someone who can move between big picture brainstorming and ground level logistics. Same eligibility as a curatorial fellowship, so no surprises there. Before we get into the application details, I do want to highlight what applies to both fellowships. These are designed for people in the early stages of their career. It isn't a senior position in disguise. So don't go in thinking that you need to know everything. This is the opportunity to be a sponge and to soak up every ounce of professional development that is offered because this is an intentional investment in who you're becoming as an arts administrator. This fellowship does have a few specific requirements you need to know going in. Everything needs to get submitted as one PDF file, not separate attachments. So, one PDF that contains all of the following: a cover letter, your resume, at least one letter of recommendation, and a writing sample of no more than 5 pages. Let your cover letter do the real work here. Specifically for the curatorial fellowship, they want you to highlight an area of professional or scholarly interest. Don't write a generic, "I've always loved art" letter. Tell them something specific: a period, a movement, an artist, a question you keep coming back to. That's what curatorial work is built on. The writing sample is your chance to show how you think and how you communicate. 5 pages max. It doesn't have to be academic, but it does have to be strong. The application deadline for both of these opportunities is June 12th, so you need to work on it now. I'm sorry, I'm making you pull it all nighter, but they will not review late or incomplete applications, so I hope you get started yesterday. Sorry. The fellowship begins September 14th, 2026 and runs through August 25th, 2028. That is all that I have for this video, but whether you're drawn to the curatorial side or the public program side, this fellowship is worth every bit of effort you put into this application. So head to MoMA.org or check out studiomuseums.org because both institutions list this program on their website and apply today. You can also, as always, go to the description link and click on the links to head directly to the application portal. Like this video if you want more content on fellowship and career opportunities in the arts, and subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll see you in the next one.